All right, we're live actually this time. You may have seen the intro before this. Uh, as soon as I switched to the booth, everything went away. So we're back, and I'll be right back.
Hi everyone. Welcome to Pokemon Aftershocks, the Pokemon Tabletop United game we're running here on Final Show Films. My name is Julia, and I will be your storyteller for the evening. I am joined by a wonderful group of folks, and we will start our introductions today with Andrew
Hello, I am Andrew, playing Satomi Yamasura, the warrior ambassador.
and Yare
Hi, I'm Yari. I am playing Annabella Hawthorne, the anxious researcher.
and Jack
Hi, I'm playing Ramon Alvarez, the Pokeball mechanic.
and Sen.
Sen, and I'm playing Kisaki So, the Pokemon Ranger.
And Rudy, who plays Ian, our gym bro daycare attendant, who we haven't really figured out all of the story of, is not joining us tonight. They are sick, down with a case of the COVID. And on the end of that, I would like to say I will sound weird a lot tonight because I am on the tail end of recovery. I still have a ton of gunk in my throat, so just throwing that out there for anybody listening in. So previously on Pokemon Aftershocks, our team met in Mauville, and after basic introductions were finished, uh, Ophelia and Professor Birch informed our group that Team Magma has started to show up again in the Hoenn region. Of course, a lot of it is rumor and conjecture, but as soon as Stephen Stone reached out to Professor Birch, he decided to take it seriously and got all of you involved. After a little bit of preparation by, I believe, Sol was the only one who did any preparation or got anything because everybody else had previously purchased stuff. Our team investigated along Route 118, headed towards what is the name of that?
Lily Cove.
Yeah, Lily Cove. That's it. Mount Pyre. That's it.
That's the one, yes.
And ran into a. Gosh, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm having a little bit of brain fog tonight, so please bear with me. During the investigations, the team found Rory, a teenager who they are helping, who had been attacked potentially by Team Magma. At least had lost his friend to what he thinks was an attack. And venturing further down the path, the team asked a few Pokemon, looked for a few sites, and eventually stumbled upon a solo red-clad individual who was using a Kadabra to throw people against trees for amusement. After no real introduction except a sword, the group made themselves known, and upon taking two very, very strong hits from our party, four other grunts were summoned from the trees. And that is where all of you find yourselves. So if you all would like to move around your tokens to where you would have actually been standing, feel free to do so. That tracks. That tracks.
Let's see. I'm just going to use the
I'm already in my
wings
position.
I'm just going to use the wings icon to show how high my characters are flying. Because Satomi is at the end of last session, Satomi started levitating.
That is
the forces
correct.
of wind. I'm
I forget,
currently.
is there a button for initiative? There is.
There is?
Yeah, well, yeah,
There is.
because
It's under the stats.
there's a D20 there's a D20 tiebreaker basically. So when you roll
Yeah.
initiative, it puts your speed stat plus D20 divided by 100 into the turn order when you have your token selected when you roll it.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember if there was a button for it, or where it was if there was one. And it's down under the stat box for folks who, if they don't remember or no.
Does our Pokemon get a separate initiative?
Yes.
Yes.
And your Pokemon, and depending on what training you have your Pokemon on, it might have a bonus to their initiative.
Oh, let me find out.
I accidentally clicked Crowley's initiative while selecting Annabella. So Annabella's just gotten Crowley's initiative. Anna rolled originally a 7.02.
I'm currently holding Murasame, but I'm pulling him out so he's on the board, so he can have a token on the thing.
Plus
So
one
I
to
fixed
accuracy.
Annabella's initiative.
There we go.
So I am currently holding Murasame though, so I'm just gonna put him up here where he's out of the way. And I'm gonna go on the OBS. We're gonna go to Roll20 view, which should show everybody. There we go. All right. Okay. Wow. Actually, interestingly, I'm only 1 point faster than your fletchling.
Yeah, you rolled a 15, I rolled a 10, and Tetsuko has the +4 bonus from agility training.
Yeah, I didn't roll a 15. 15 is just my speed.
Ah.
Yeah. The roll is whatever the decimal point ends up being.
Oh. Well then.
Because your initiative in PTU is just your speed.
All right. Does everybody have their Pokemon initiative on the tracker?
Yep.
I will need to pilot Ian. Let's see.
Hey, sorry, we're getting rated by Valtrin. Hey, Val, how you doing?
Woo!
I believe they're the Raptors or Raptor Pack. I think is what I don't remember what your collective noun is, Val.
All right, everybody.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Let me remember to put the door over here too.
Door?
So
for
we
the
are
other
going
way.
to. Is everybody ready to begin?
Yes.
All set.
Yeah.
Alrighty. We're going to start with the Kadabra, who is going
Point of order.
to
I would like to declare
Yes.
a priority move.
go for it.
Tatsuko is going to zip over here and down 1 space. So she is now within melee range to hit this grunt with a quick attack.
Yes.
All right.
Priority moves. That's exciting.
I wish you'd hit the one that was in front of me.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
So Tatsuko flies straight forward and smacks right smack dab into this grunt over here, who
Mhm.
will take it, it was a solid hit. It was a solid hit. Alrighty. So anything
Yep.
else for any other priority moves being used?
Does
Didn't
I
think
don't
about
think
whether or not
Tatsuko
I
has
have any
anything
other
else
don't
she
think
can
I have any.
do.
Nope.
Nope, I'm all good.
I have no other priority moves.
Righty. So the Kadabra is going to slide over by its trainer. And is just going to reach one claw out, grip his wrist, and then teleport away.
Ooh. Gosh, that's
as just like a free thing, looking at the cadabra's aura, can I tell if that cadabra is like how that cadabra is like it feels about doing the things it was doing?
Go ahead and roll me intuition.
$14.
There is a definite smile on its face.
Cool.
Though you can see the flash of concern in its eyes as it reaches out and grabs its trainer.
Evil cadabra. Got it.
For these two, let me read the rules again.
So the Kadabra and the main guy are just gone.
Yep.
Cool.
They have zipped out. All right. So that leaves us to So.
Yeah. So looks like he is. Oh, I was gonna say looks like he's a little bit angry, but actually, what you see looking at him right now, um, he there's a his aura is beginning to become visible around him. So that anyone that's sort of standing behind him can see this flickering like sort of wisps of red energy just sort of flowing off of him at the moment. As he turns, he's looking over at the girl that got thrown against a tree, and then looks back at the magma grunts that are around us. I can't stand the thought of people using Pokemon like tools to harm and abuse others. By this ancestral blade, I swear I will end your plans here and now. Murasame, let's go! And he just rushes straight towards this one.
Alrighty.
And I am going to arm thrust.
Okay.
So first, I roll a d8.
Yeah, this is multi-hit moves are disgusting in this system.
6.
Incoming.
So 6, that means the attack's going to hit 3 times. So I multiply the damage bonus by 3, or I add the damage bonus 3 additional times to what it already has. So that's 2, 6, so another 8, which ups the overall damage bonus to this right now to 10. Because it starts at 2. I have 2 for technician. I have another 2 for technician, and then another 6 for hitting 3 times. Yeah, he just rushes right over to this guy and throws a punch.
Alrighty.
So that's not a crit, but it does hit. Assuming that his evasion isn't 19.
No.
Okay. And wow, 2, 1, and 4, but 30 damage.
Oof.
So he runs over, slams his free hand into this guy's chest, and that aura that's flaring off of him flares up more, and 2 more strikes from the aura just follow through into the fist to hit him 2 more times.
He definitely you hear that gasp of air as you hit him. He did not expect physical confrontation because he did not watch the initial turn that happened. Alrighty. So anything else for So on his turn?
That's it. Let's move.
Okay.
Shift in action.
I believe Tatsuko, we skip your turn because you used your
Yep,
priority
just used
move.
a priority move.
Alrighty, Ramon.
I was definitely prepared for my move. I promise.
It happens.
I don't mind delaying so that I have time to prepare and somebody else can go.
Okay, I will leave the turn order as is. Satomi, what would you like to do?
Well, she will give a bit of a flourish in midair and declare herself in a tone of command. I am Yamasura Satomi, Senshi no Sengun, and you have made a powerful enemy this day. And I will use Tailwind.
Ooh.
What does Tailwind do? I've never known what
Uh,
Tailwind does.
Increases people's speeds, flying type speed usually in the games.
More specifically, for the rest of the fight, everyone else gets a +5 bonus to their initiative.
Oh, nice. So
Ooh.
all of our initiative moves up 5.
Mm.
Have fun, ST.
Alrighty. I mean, it just means the Team Magma grunts down at the bottom now. I'm just here's what I'll do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll do. Let's just do that.
Subtract Team Magma by 5. Yeah.
Yep.
It's the
Yep.
easiest way to do it.
That
Yep.
just makes sense.
Then
Yep.
let's do.
Wait, why does
Oh, well,
Tailwind have an AC? That doesn't make any sense.
Because
It rolls by default, basically.
yeah,
Mm.
even if it can't hit, it doesn't. Even if it can't miss, it still there's a roll associated.
Oh, right, it still makes a roll.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Anything else for Satomi?
No, she'll stay where she is.
Okay. Ramon, have you made your decision on what you
Oh,
are?
I remember I was prepared. I'm just taking my turn on Mercedes' turn.
Okay. Fair enough. Right. So Murasame can now make a turn.
So because Murasame is being wielded, Murasame has access to my weapon moves as well.
Do you need the token out, or
No,
are we
it's-
just
it's-
assuming?
it's just-
Okay, it's in your hands.
Yeah, it's in my hands right now. If I were to throw him out to fight on his own, then I'd pull his token down. But he is just going to do a wounding strike on the person in front of me. So
Okay.
32 damage. If he's still up, he loses a tick of health as well, which is 1/10.
So this man has a physical defense of 8 and had 23 hit points left. You have sufficiently rendered that gentleman unconscious.
So yeah, there's just a there's just a glowing with the he's left-handed. So right fist planted in the dude's chest, almost on his own, almost seemingly on its own. His left arm just comes across and slices up. And there's just a glowing purple line across his chest that fades because Murasame isn't doing lethal damage. He just falls over. And that's my turn. Now I can
Alrighty.
go serve pizza.
Mercedes.
Mercedes is just going to absolutely cackle. And she's
Can I just
going
say I
to-
love the Tinkaton line entirely, just because it's just
so good.
It breeds feral chaos energy, and I've been sending Jack pictures of Tinkaton all week.
It's just a gremlin, and I love them.
She lets out a war cry that sounds, frankly, kind of like a sneeze, because that's what Tinkatinks sound like. And comes over here to menace this man, or woman,
Alrighty.
or person. We'll do she'll astonish him.
Okay.
Jesus. Runs over again. Runs over to him. Sneezes again.
It's +4 to accuracy.
Gender in Team Magma is differentiated by whether or not they're wearing hot pants, so that's how you tell.
Well, that's not on the token.
Okay.
How did
So
you roll?
the non-binary members
I
do the
I
Zack
don't know what
Ryder
I'm
like
doing.
split one leg long, one leg short?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Here.
So
This? No. What's going on?
okay, so Astonish did hit it did roll correctly. It's that you rolled a 2 on the die, and there's a
Oh.
-2 there somewhere.
Well, it's +4 from the training that I don't know how to add in, so it should be a 4.
Okay.
The -2
Okay.
comes from the move's innate AC.
Gotcha. So you rolled
Yeah,
a
that's counted
2.
into the roll already.
Yeah, I just rolled
Yeah.
really bad.
Okay. Do.
Oh, I see it.
To all of our people viewing along at home, this system is a lot of crunchy, and so there's a lot of bookkeeping. So I'm bouncing back and forth. That there's like pauses in between what I'm doing.
Separate
So
sheet for every Pokemon.
I'm guessing that
Okay,
she
so
misses. So it's just like a little jump at him, and he just looks at her, and it.
you do see the Magma grunt just sort of like look down and like cock their head to the side slightly.
Oh,
Disappointed with this reaction, she shoves her hammer towards his face, and it
also, everyone,
launches a wave of electricity at him.
make sure at the top of your Pokemon sheets and your trainer sheets that you have it set to public rather than to GM. Because we didn't actually see the astonish roll, which means the audience didn't see the
Let me
astonish
fix
roll.
that.
And yeah, your accuracy bonus, if you have an accuracy bonus from training or anything like that, you put it into the accuracy spot on your stats of the Pokemon's character sheet, which is just below speed.
Yep.
All right.
Shockwave cannot miss, actually. But it didn't crit, so.
Special.
25 electric special damage.
Big. What? You don't think I'm scary? Take this energy.
Everybody can give me a perception.
All right.
Observation.
10.
10.
No, Satomi is too busy.
Perfect, the average
looking
resulting should be.
So this Team Magma grunt up here is very clearly wearing a skirt.
Which
This one is the one up here with the
North of us.
almost gave away Pokemon. Yeah, the one north of you guys.
that one's not on my screen. That's why
That
I
one.
see it. Yeah.
Not on your screen?
No.
Oh.
I was zoomed in too far.
Ah, gotcha. So the one that Tinkatink just attacked is wearing pants, but a very feminine scream comes out. Alrighty. So, Ramon, are you going to act on Tinkatink's turn?
That was the lightning damage.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
That's technically
Annabella.
using Ramon's action.
Okay. Annabella is going to. She already has the gemstone like necklace in her hand where she was dowsing earlier on the way over. So she just kind of holds it out. Okay, I haven't done this much, but I hope this works. And it starts kind of going back and forth on its own. Her hand, you can see her hand isn't moving. And she's going to point towards this one in the skirt here. And she's going to use hypnosis.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead and fire that off for us.
Yeah. 3.
Unless their speed evasion is 3, they fall asleep.
You're out of range.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Wait, are you out of range?
It has a range of 4.
Yeah.
But I was range of 6.
You got to move one closer.
Yeah.
Let's. There's never really a good condition icon for sleep. So I was going to do this one.
Yeah, that's the one I usually use.
Alrighty. Any other things that Annabella wants to do during her turn?
She's going to spin around and look at you're gonna have to remind me your fletchling's nickname.
Tatsuko.
Tatsuko. The grunt that is attacking Tatsuko. and kind of
Mhm.
instinctively puts her hand out as her swift action, which is effectively a bonus action as I understand it.
Yep, you get standard
Uh,
move and swift.
She's going to
Any
activate
number
her
of free
ability.
actions.
Omen.
Ooh, okay. Good to
That one
know.
gets a -2 to their attack accuracy rolls.
I'm going
Which you
to
can go to the accuracy
just
bonus
get
and under stats
dots.
and just change that stage to -2. Because staging on accuracy bonus just operates on a flat instead of a multiplicative like staging does on the other ones.
Is there a duration on Omen?
Nope.
For the scene.
Just, well, yeah, assumedly for the scene, but it just happens.
Where
One
did
to-
you say that was again, Sen?
On the stats underneath speed. Immediately the next thing. So hit points, attack, defense, special defense, speed, accuracy bonus.
Gotcha. All right, it's in there.
It's as far as I can tell, it's like any other combat stage raise or lower, where it lasts until you remove it, or
Yeah.
like if you're
Some
if you're
of those
attacking,
can be rolled out of.
This one doesn't.
Alright.
It just lasts.
Okay, Gutsy, let's see what you can do.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's go, Gutsy.
I love Gutsy. That was a good introduction.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. All right, let's go ahead. So Gutsy is going to take a small hop over,
Tiny
rail an
punches.
arm back, and just wail on this motherfucker.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you tried, sweetie. You tried.
I believe in you, Gutsy.
Similarly,
We did
with
not see that
Gutsy,
roll either.
Yeah, make sure it's going to public at the top.
Yep. All right. Hold on. Let's public. There we go. So let's go ahead and re-roll that.
Oof.
Still a miss.
Get next time,
Alrighty.
Gutsy.
Go for the ankles.
Then we've got Ian.
Mikoko's true
Good.
successor.
No, I'm pretty sure Mercedes is Mikoko's successor.
Valid.
Did that roll?
Yeah, it did.
Because it looks like
What? Gutsy?
It
Rolled.
looks to me like it rolled a 1 and then the -2.
Yeah.
a 1
Hang on.
minus 2 would have been -1. It doesn't look like it actually rolled a number.
What?
Hold on a second.
The formula is
Oh.
slightly weird. Because like on
I
another,
don't know how to read that
if you
math.
look at if you hover your mouse over like hypnosis up there, you can see very clearly that we got an 8 plus a 1 minus a
Mhm.
6.
Huh.
And then, but if you look down at pound, it didn't actually roll a dice. Yeah, it's not rolling a dice; it's presenting a 1.
Spitting out one.
Oh, I see what
Hmm.
happened. Is the 2 on the AC in the right hand slot or the left hand slot?
Left.
It should, yeah, because it should be in the left, and then the right should be 2. I can't look at the character sheet to know what's wrong.
We'll fix it when.
Yeah. But yeah,
Run
there's
here.
Fix it.
something wrong with the
You
way
want to
that
just
character
roll a
sheet's
d20
Alright.
for her?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Gutsy, I believe in you.
Get this,
Apparently-
Gutsy.
Yeah, because
That'll hit.
apparently it
10 will
crits
hit.
on a
That's
-1.
much better. So that's an 8?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be an 8, which would hit unless their evasion is 8 or higher. And the damage that was rolled earlier was 28. Oh, I think I know what I think I know what the problem is. What is the crit value on pound for Gutsy?
19 to 20.
Okay, so
yeah, it just means to be 19.
Gotcha.
Change that.
Yeah,
change that
because
to
it
just
says
19.
-1 because it's doing the math. It's
Yeah.
treating it like a math problem.
Gotcha.
so where it says crit on, I have it set to 20 -1 for one of my moves.
That would be 19.
Yes, so it crits on a 19 plus.
Yeah, which is fine. That works too. But if you just change it to a 19, it works.
There
now
we go,
it'll
I fixed
actually-
it.
Now it'll actually roll.
Hey!
That's what happens.
We got this.
Yay!
Okay.
Because it was
Yay!
Okay.
because
She did even better
right.
this time.
it was considering a -1 to be a crit, which means you don't have to roll. You hit no matter what, which was the problem.
All right. So I love playing for other people because they don't get to tell me no. So,
Oh, that's hilarious.
to
and
the surprise of
concerning at the same time.
everyone, Ian is just going to break out and start clapping and cheering,
Yes.
and is going to use the cheerleader move.
Yeah.
So everybody
You
will
should
be.
cheer on Gutsy. That is correct.
Everybody is going to. I'm choosing cheered. So, no, we're gonna go with excited. So you can give up your excited condition when hit by a damaging move to gain +5 damage reduction to the attack.
Nice.
Ooh.
So that is a free action for him. And then we're just gonna end his turn with that because you guys have you guys seem to have the combat pretty well. He seems content. Alrighty, so Crowley, your turn.
I just imagine Ian just being like, what the fuck is happening around me?
Slight bit.
3 different people just did supernatural bullshit, and it's like,
And he's just cheering us on. Y'all are doing great.
you got this, I guess.
Oh, you
But yeah,
got
Doing a
this.
great job, guys.
All right, Crowley.
yes. Crowley is going to run forward, seeing that Annabella is in danger. Runs between Ramon and Brain is forgetting character names.
Satomi.
Satomi.
Mhm.
It's late, folks.
Although, in fairness, he can just run under Satomi. She is.
Yeah,
3
runs
spaces
under.
up.
Oh yeah, can just do that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right, you're in the air. I was gonna have them run like half through you because he's a ghost type, but yeah, can just run under. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Runs up with Mercedes
Okay.
and just licks him.
Aw.
Friend.
I hate that that is not just a friendly, delightful time. Because
No.
Hopper.
Yes.
Hopper.
It would be if the
Agreed,
tongue
but-
wasn't the size of the Grievard.
Correct.
Hopper.
I also not a ghost, you know.
Remember,
Yeah.
make sure,
Probably-
remember
Anna
make sure
probably
that it's
wouldn't mind,
sending it to
probably.
public.
I set that. That was
Yep.
already set that way.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I would
Let's go.
allow myself to be paralyzed in order
Hey.
to
You rolled a 15 plus,
Receive
which means
pub
that person is
kisses.
paralyzed.
Yes, yes, they are. Alrighty. Cancel.
So I'm imagining that's them just him being. It's like the anime, like the original intro from the anime. Gets licked and
Yeah.
just like just
Yeah, it's sort of everything
just-
tenses up.
so icky.
just the scene of
Alrighty.
Haunted licking Ash.
That person's outline goes
Oh, Pikachu.
staticky.
Okay. So we will start with, let's go clockwise. So Annabella, the grunt in front of you releases a Pokemon.
Is that the one that's asleep?
The one that's asleep.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. Let's go. Put you back on GM layer. You are not in here.
Back in the ball.
So our buddy over here, yep. Our lady over here is going to release a Pokemon.
I think you can roll to get out of sleep, but I don't know if that's until.
It's at the end of the sleeper's turn.
Can you release a Pokemon while you're paralyzed?
Depends on whether you can take actions. I imagine.
Releasing a Pokemon is a shift action, so it depends.
Let me, yes.
Yeah, it just depends if you can take those.
We're all learning at the same time.
Yup. I should probably make a note about all the conditions I can do
Okay.
That sounds very
Combat's
smart.
next time.
the target's speed stat is lowered by 4 combat stages. At the beginning of each turn, the target is paralyzed. They must roll a DC 5 save check. If they succeed, they can act normally. If they don't, they cannot take any standard shift or swift actions. So we are going to.
And save checks is just a flat roll.
Barely.
They can.
Ooh.
Speed is reduced,
But
they
yes.
can act.
So they will release their Ralts, who goes on the turn order. And this is the issue with running Pokemon.
1 sheet for every Pokemon.
Oh, thankfully, I didn't do it that way.
Must be nice.
I have them in a tab elsewhere.
Yeah. Just add their
Fair.
speed and -5 for the Tailwind.
Oh, yes, I forgot the -5. Then this Sarua over here. Oop. At turn. You are now 5. Alrighty. Sending again. Alrighty.
Da 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 da.
Ta-da.
Yep. Yep.
Challenge in itself.
Okay, so releasing Pokemon, and then right. Your sheets are over here. We are going to.
It's a very slow Ralts.
I mean, it's not.
It
We're
is.
just really fast.
Fair.
Normal speed is 6. How long does the boost from Tailwind last?
The entire battle.
Okay.
I mean, that is a pretty slow route if normal speed is 6.
Ralts don't have the highest speed to
Well, no,
start with, I don't
no.
think.
It's normal. Like right now at a
Yeah.
1, it's because it's at a
Oh,
-5
yeah.
because of
It's
Tailwind.
because of
but-
the tailwind is what's making it slow.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
slow with the tailwind.
So, the one who released the Ralts is just going to reach onto her belt and then whip out a metal baton. And then is going to. I really need to set up my second monitor.
Oh yeah, I can throw all the tabs on the second one.
That's what I use them for.
Mm-hmm.
Same here.
Mine's for chat. Hi, chat.
That's all on my central monitor here. Is because I got OBS.
Fair.
I've got the stream information there. I've got the technically Zoom is also here, but it's behind OBS. Chat is on
Alright.
OBS.
Chat's more important than us.
Correct.
So,
You're the reason we're here.
and is swinging out at Mercedes with that baton. Okay, that's going to be a hit.
And that's physical.
Yes.
So that's
Well, we don't know how much damage it's going to be yet. So
that's to hit. Okay.
Yep.
I know what's going on.
It's okay. Trying to remember the weapon, the damage bases.
what damage base are you looking
For a short ranged or for a small melee
Whole
weapon.
melee. Like
Yeah.
4, I think.
Okay.
I mean, because if you just it modifies your struggle. Weapons modify your struggle attack. So if you're using struggle, then damage base of struggle is 4 plus whatever. I think small melee add +1, so it'd be 5.
1.
Yep.
So it would be 5 is 1d8 plus 8.
Yep. So that'll be 22.
And then 22 subtract defense.
Yep. And then immediately,
Subtract defense is 10, so that would be 12.
And that's how much damage you take.
Unless type resistances imply.
Struggle is normal. I don't think I'm
Yeah.
resistant to normal.
Nothing
Struggle
is
is
resistant to normal.
isn't it?
So
Struggle in this game is normal type.
Yep, normal type, and yep, steel resists normal, so
Feel resist normal?
Yeah, so you
So I
take
take
6.
half damage.
Mhm.
Nice.
all right. So we
You don't
are
want to
going.
make Tinka Tink angry.
So as
You
that
want her to watch you
happens,
angry.
she reels back and immediately goes for a second attack.
Oh, no.
So I have to roll to see if this is going to hit first. What is the evasion of Tinka Tink?
Tinka Tink's evasion is
If they've got
Physical or speed.
If they've got a defensive
Oh,
10,
physical.
If they have a defensive 10, their physical evasion has to be 2 at least.
evasion. Physical evasion is 2, yes.
Okay, so the second, whatever she was about to do with that baton does not work.
She's been hit once, now she's expecting it.
Mm-hmm. And so our buddy over here also whips out another baton. And
begins flailing at a bird.
yeah, he just sort of like looks down at Hapini and then strikes out at Tatsuko. I can't do that.
I'm evil, but I'm not that evil.
Even I have limits.
I'm a
That
bad
thing.
guy, but I'm not a kick babies baby.
Just
Right.
because you're a bad guy.
Does not mean you
Doesn't
are a
mean you're a
bad
bad
guy.
guy.
Thank you.
All right, so that'll be. I assume your evasion's not 6 or not 4.
No.
Okay.
Is
Tatsuko's
that
speed
with
evade
the
is
minus?
3.
Is that with the -2 from Omen?
No, it is not, but mentally, so adding in. Wait, hold on. It should be. Yes, it should be.
Here's Omen.
Because
So D20 minus the
Yes,
AC,
yes, it
minus
is.
2 from Omen.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So that'll be 22 physical normal damage to Tatsuko.
She got the cheered buff, right? Or the excited
Yes.
buff, right?
Yes,
Cool.
she did.
Consuming that,
Mhm.
taking 5
So,
off,
alrighty.
and then another 5 from. Wait, no, that's Satomi's page. Give me Tatsuko's. Another 6. What was the damage total? Sorry.
It was 22 before any reductions on your side.
22 minus 11. Cool. Takes 11.
Alrighty. So he's going to use an AP and use Dirty Fighting. And I really should have put this in as a should have put that in as a move, but that's for the next time y'all run into them. That's gonna hit.
Yep.
Alrighty, so he is going to I need Tatsuko to make a stealth check.
A stealth check.
Yes.
All right. Well, how's a 12 grab you? Box cap.
Better than his. Okay. So attempted to blind. You saw the swing back was straight for the eyes.
It wouldn't have even mattered. Tatsuko has keen eye.
Good enough. Alrighty. Grunts are done since we have to roll to see if our buddy wakes up from sleep. I think.
Yes.
What's the
Yep,
target
it's
for
a
this?
scene check.
Afflictions.
I think it's 5 for the sleep.
16.
Hold on.
Sleep.
Afflictions.
DC 16 to wake up.
And I think it goes down every round.
Nope. That's for
No? Oh, that's
escaping a
gross.
vortex.
So she's still asleep. And we move on to our rolls. Okay. Rolls bunny. And Ralts. I'll do this out in the open. 4, 1 and 2 is Crowley, 3 and 4 is Mercedes. Crowley, I'm not gonna roll. It fires off confusion.
Ghost types aren't immune to psychic damage.
Ghost types are not
Darks are
immune,
not?
but
Darks
they
are.
are. No, they're regular.
Yeah, dark types are immune to psychic, not ghost.
Yeah, this will be regular damage.
That is a common misconception that has gotten me in more than once in the video games.
I thought it resisted. I knew it wasn't immune.
Neutral
Okay.
damage, I believe.
So 6
It's
minus AC.
And Crowley has 1s across the board. So
Okay. What am I doing? Just
If you're using, by the way, if you're using the PTU Pokemon generator that I linked to you, there should be a read more or more info like at the bottom of each of the moves that you can click on to expand it out, which will give you the actual damage bonus and everything for what you should roll and everything.
yeah, I did that.
confusion is 1d8 plus 8 plus special. Assuming this is confusion.
It is.
Yeah.
See, this one has a damage base of 7.
Right. Stab.
Because it's stab.
2d
Because stab.
right, 2d6 plus 10. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm just ignore where that's coming from, but
Stab increases the damage base of any given move by 2.
My stabbages.
Which the roll 20 sheet calculates automatically, so which is nice.
Specific code
Alrighty.
for specific folks.
As long as you check the
So,
stab button.
24 psychic damage before, your special defense and reductions.
Yeah. 24 minus 9 is 15. I am going to eat that buff to take 10.
Alrighty. That is Raltz's turn. So, what are you doing?
All right. So I'm not gonna gang up on the Ralts, but I am gonna come over here, just shifting right behind this guy. So rapidly shifts over, his aura still burning. Gets over next to these two, raises his fist, and just slams it into the ground, causing the ground around him to explode as rocks fly in multiple directions. I am using my martial artist ability to do Rock Smash in an AoE. Melee burst one friendly, so it doesn't hurt anybody that's nearby. That it doesn't hurt any allies. Only hurts enemies.
I love that.
It's whirlwind strikes, and I don't count. And because I'm using whirlwind strikes, I do not count as flanked for one full round. Even if they were to
Fantastic.
We have Skimmer's flanking.
So
That'll hit.
all right, and both of them will take. Technically, I make the attack against 2. No, burst one just hits all. I think burst one just hits all of them, or Do I make
Mhm.
a
AoE
separate
attacks make 1 attack and damage roll.
attack? Okay. So that's 30. It is a fighting type move, which I believe Zoro is weak against. Those
Yes.
dark types.
Just gonna,
That's
So
times and a
which-
half.
so
we're
times and a
just
half,
gonna.
which will be
Yeah, there we go. Goodbye,
And
Zoro.
then
45.
Yep.
Bonk.
I didn't even need to do the math for that. Like, but it was out. Alrighty. So you're. And
So yeah, slides over, just
so-
punches the ground. There's an explosion, and the Zoro is unconscious.
the gentleman in front of you is not.
That's okay. Murasabi goes before he does.
Oh no, the turn order disappeared.
As does Tatsuko
Oh,
and Gutsy.
If you double click it, if you double click it, it'll.
Oh no
go
no no!
small and visible. Yeah.
I have to keep minimizing
Awesome.
and maximizing my windows to see everything. So
Gotcha.
it went to the other side. Alrighty.
Understood.
Oh no. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. So anything else for your turn?
That's it.
Alrighty.
And that cost an AP,
Tatsuko.
so I need to spend that real quick.
Tatsuko will just take a quick loop around in the air and go in headfirst for a tackle.
Righty. Roll that beautiful beam footage. That hits. Yeah, that no
Bonk.
way. We're just gonna go ahead and boop.
Gets pushed 2 spaces back.
Into tree. No.
No,
Well,
just
never mind.
into the tall grass.
Hmm.
Tack. I like to imagine that So's still crouched down from the whirlwind from the rock smash, and just goes flying over, being tackled by Tatsuko.
You punch the ground, launch him up with rocks, and then the bird goes and launches him into the tree with wind. It's a combo.
Juggling them.
Okay. Ramon.
Um,
Can Tatsuko do anything else?
She can move. She's got a flight speed of 6 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna move 1, 2, 3. She's gonna move to there.
Okay. All right, Ramon.
Ramon is going to be very distressed because this magma grunt just tried to wallop upon Mercedes. So he rushes over there and yells that not to touch her, but she reaches back with her hammer and is just like, stay out of it, face. And so he'll spend his standard action fussing with the hammer
Okay.
instead.
Alrighty. Satomi.
It's kind of in not the best of positions to. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. I would love to hit these two while they're still side by side, because I have a move that there's a cone too. Darn. Yeah, that's not going to work. All right. Well, we'll keep it simple then. She will use a swift action, because she can do that, to give Tatsuko inspired training orders, boosting her evasion further. And then move 2, 3. Move to there, and down 1 to be within melee range. Because she will... Basically, she rockets towards this Ralts and flips over in midair and delivers a kick, but she stops just short and this pulse of wind comes out.
Alrighty.
I will do this.
Is the
Out of action.
observation
Make my-
2 or higher?
No, sadly.
So it does hit.
Okay. That's you. I put it on the token. Okay.
Well, I rolled absolute minimum damage.
Oof.
It happens.
Yeah.
Anything else for Satomi?
Nope,
you
she's-
move swift and attack, yeah?
She did all. She's taken all of her
Alrighty.
actions.
Murasame.
So I have a quick question about how pass works.
Okay.
So as a range keyword, pass, what it says in the book is at any point during a shift, the user may declare a move with the pass keyword. Once the move is declared, the user may move forward only in a straight line for up to 4 meters, treating foes as regular terrain and moving through any enemies in its path. The user must end in an empty square. The pass move attacks all targets in each square it dashes through, but each target may only be hit once. And they end their shift at the end of the dash. Shifting as a result of a pass keyword does not provoke attacks opportunity. Does that mean that if I move my full movement, if Murasame moves his full movement and then at the end of his movement declares a move with pass, he moves in another 4? Or does he have to move within his movement for that pass move to work? Because the
believe-
wording says that you then move another 4, but I don't know if that's the correct interpretation or not. Which is relevant for what I do next, basically.
Mm.
I think it would make sense for it to
Have
you
to
to
stay
still
within movement
stay
range.
within your movement range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it says it treats it like, because it references it as a dash. The user must end their shift at the end of the dash, which would tell me that then that's extra movement, but I don't know. Because your normal movement isn't considered a dash.
For the moment, I believe let's go with it uses the overland speed. Like it has to be taken out of the overland speed.
Or levitate in the case of Murasame.
Or relevant.
Yeah, whatever movement speed it's using.
Right.
And then we will come back to that after someone pokes the PTU Discord to ask about that.
So then, slightly different question then. So a living weapon, Murasame can use its shift action to go from being held to not being held. So like while it's basically a start movement from my hand, and then continues from there. Could I give it a boost using my throw range?
I'll allow it.
Cool. In that case, yeah. So I'm going to throw. Morsame is going to indicate to me that he wants to go somewhere, and I'm going to toss the sword. My throw range is 9. So he's gonna stop here.
What is your throw range 9?
Because I used my survival to calculate it. Oh wait, no, hang on. Wait, let me look at the calculation real quick. Why is it 9?
Survival, I'm guessing like throwing mastery or whatever it's called.
Why is it 9? Hang on, that does seem high to me. Did I fuck up somewhere, or am I doing it right?
Did you use survival for both numbers?
Your throwing range is normally 4 plus your athletics.
Yes, and my athletics is 3. So I don't know how I got 9.
So it should be 7.
It should be 7.
Do you have a feature or an edge that adds to it?
You use your survival. So at max, if your survival's 4, it would be 4.
My survival is also 3.
I mean, it would be 8.
My survival is also 3.
Okay, so yeah,
it
so
doesn't matter.
7.
So yeah, I don't know how I got to 9.
Well,
it should be 7.
You can still throw it 4 squares if your throw is 7.
I'm only throwing it 4 squares anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Do you have an agile feature that gives you 2 to your throwing range? Because I think there's one that does that.
We can double check this later.
I might, but I'll
Yeah,
check
yeah.
when it's not my turn because it's not relevant right now.
Yeah.
So Murasame goes there. Oh, I don't have control of that one.
Oh, hold on real quick. I can fix that.
Yeah.
Boop, boop. There you go.
Sure. All right, and then he is going to declare Shadow Cut or Shadow Cut. Yeah. Yes. Shadow Claw, which has range of melee and pass. So he's going to move this way, attacking the Ralts and the Team Magma member, as Murasame just begins to spin rapidly as a circling blade while it passes over to here.
Alrighty.
And that's going to be an attack on both of them. It's one attack each, if I'm reading this correctly.
I like to imagine Satomi just up a
I mean,
little
you're
bit
kind
more.
of above it. You're already
Yeah.
levitating.
Mhm.
It can just go under you.
So
But when there's all of a sudden a sword coming in your
Oh.
general direction,
the Magma member got crit. And I believe Psychic is weak to Ghost type moves.
Yes.
Fairy might change that though.
it doesn't.
Yes.
Is Ralts?
Nope.
Is Ralts fairy? I thought Ralts was just
It's
Ralts is
psychic
psychic
and
fairy.
Gardevoir,
Psychic
or like
fairy.
Gardevoir is psychic fairy. Okay,
Ralts is
No.
also a psychic fairy.
cool.
The
The
whole
whole
that
line.
whole side of the line is psychic fairy.
So then
I mean, look
It-
how
it
cute
takes-
Ralts is. Of course
it
it's
ta-
fairy.
I have the type effectivity up. It takes 1.5 from Ghost.
yeah, so
Yeah.
55.5 to the Ralts,
Oh boy.
and then I crit
Always
the team.
round down, so
Yeah, so 55, and then I crit the Team Magma member, who takes 58.
That is so much damage.
Mhm.
So above board. This Ralts had 24 HP total.
Murasame is not
Muras-
trying to kill anything. He's specifically doing non-lethal hits.
How does Death by Massive Damage work?
It's gotten. Well, let me check where it's at and with its
If we're
defense.
doing that anyway.
Well, so
I don't know if Murasame accidentally kills something
It would
the
be
very
whoever-
first
yeah.
attack he makes. That would be some story beat.
It's his second attack. Thank you very much. He attacked the other guy.
It's the first time he's attacked on his own.
so
Yeah.
55 minus.
Either minus 50 or minus negative 200%.
Boo.
So negative 200%, which would mean it would have to be negative. So it would have to go to
48.
0 and then negative 48 again.
Okay.
So I
Or,
don't
ne-
think you can,
or minus 50. Like, just number.
I don't think you
Uh,
can do that.
That's a physical,
No.
correct?
Yes, it's physical.
Minus.
oh right, there's also
Ralts might be on the
damage
verge
reduction
of
from
death.
defense.
You didn't
Yeah.
quite kill it.
I think this is the question we need to ask. Are we doing murder in this game?
Hang on.
46.
I'm 46. Okay. Gotcha. So 46, and then you take. No, it's still alive. It is massively unconscious, but still alive.
It is teetering upon the brink.
Well, it's only at negative 30.
I'm just being dramatic.
Only.
Only
Let a
negative
bitch be
30.
dramatic.
We sound dramatic
Jack,
in this
go
show.
off. Be
This chat.
as dramatic as you want.
I want to be very dramatic.
Alrighty.
And then
Mercedes, it's
The
your
team,
turn.
the team Magma member also took 58.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Just unconscious. So
Functionally, what it looked like was so through Murasame, and it just whirlwinded through both of them, and so far stopping on the other side.
So it's Mercedes' turn, and everybody is either asleep or unconscious. She's just going to climb up on top of the unconscious Magma Grunt, do some little stompies, hold her hammer in the air, and do her little sneeze scream again.
Alrighty.
Queen of the Magma Grunt.
This kills the Yare.
This does indeed kill the RA.
Annabella, your turn.
Uh,
Turn.
Annabella looks at that and just kind of a moment of like, okay, this is happening. Um, folks, are we keeping this one conscious to question or?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Once we
Okay.
once we show them the unconscious members, their teammates, maybe they'll be more cooperative.
All right.
Okay.
So we will drop from initiative.
Murasame flies back to me and sees himself on my back.
Just
Mercedes is going to spend the rest of this scene just wandering around poking all the unconscious enemies.
Just double tap. I didn't mean to click that
Yep,
button.
pretty much.
There we go. So it's about a good 30 seconds after the battle that the trainer just sort of eyes open.
I'm
Which
standing
is
right
enough
in front
time
of them.
for us. It's enough time for us to get over there and divest.
Yeah,
some of-
maneuver yourselves however you wish.
Could we have grabbed a few of the other ones and just sort of like put them in a nice, neat pile right over here?
Mercedes will guard them. They can be right here with Mercedes.
I'll say, so you were at a position to grab one, and Ramon, you were at a position to grab one. So this guy and this girl are over here. This one was sort of left unless well, Satomi was down here. Would you have
Yeah, she was there
Okay.
previously. So
alrighty.
yeah.
And then also, could someone check on the kid, by the way, pointing towards the trainer that was thrown out of a tree?
Yeah, I think that's
I-
Ramon's first instinct is to go check.
Anna will also.
Okay, both of you can give me
Medicine.
yeah. Give me a medicine education roll for both of you.
Sure.
Wait. Well, hold on. If that is not a success for Annabelle, she gets to roll again.
Do you have let me help you with that?
What?
Do you have let me help you with that?
Yep.
Hell yeah. So with a
Alright.
+3.
So go ahead and re-roll that.
I'm just gonna give myself a temporary +3 here. There we go.
Alrighty, both of you. The DC was 9.
Cool.
So, both of you, upon looking, the first thing you notice is she is breathing. She does have a pulse. It is very weak. The two of you just sort of like very gently rotate her to her back because she's been on her side, pressed up against the tree. And as soon as you do that, the breathing starts to get a little further labored. But there is an audible sigh that comes out.
Would bandages assist with this situation?
They can.
Okay, then I will use up a bandage to help her out.
Okie dokie.
So that's like a
Okay.
tick of hit points. No, more than a tick of hit points in half an hour.
Yeah. Well, this is 30 seconds that
Yes, but
Yeah,
over the
person's-
next half hour, she'll be up again.
Gotcha. So as the two of you are taking care of your injured target over here, the Team Magma Grunt's eyes flare open. And
Hi.
she sees her eyes kind of narrow for a second.
I lean and point to the pile of her friends.
Mercedes gestures menacingly
From on top of the pile.
and screams her sneeze scream.
So she goes to put her hands up. I need a perception check from the two of you directly in front of her.
I'm good at that. And Murasame is going to perceive
Wait,
too because he's there.
Can Mercedes make a perception check as well?
Yes.
And she gets +2 to that.
I got a 9 and Murasame got an 8.
14
damn
from
it.
Tatsuko, 11 from Satomi.
Hold on, sorry, perception.
Yes. Okay, so Satomi and Tatsuko see as she's raising her hand, her right arm just goes very subtly and touches her ear as it goes up.
And Tatsuko will promptly just settle down right there and peck at the ear.
She's sort of like trying to position herself so that she's not just getting stabbed in the head by Beak.
Is Tatsuko trying to find an earbud or something?
Possibly. She has no idea what she'd be looking for, but she saw something.
Fair enough.
Just generally investigating.
Yes.
Stopping, or at least stopping her from doing whatever it is.
Yeah,
If
that's
she
the
doesn't
aim.
find an earbud, then maybe the sound of the tapping will make it difficult to hear anything.
There is definitely, as that first peck goes, there is a sound of that sound of plastic hitting plastic.
Oh, yep. It is at that point that Satomi will bend down and make to pluck an earbud out. If there is one.
So as you reach over and pull, she does go to tug back, but Tatsuko pokes the side of her head, not her ear at this point, and she remains still as you pull out a small device. It looks like somebody just sort of soldered on a bunch of computer pieces over top of a regular earbud. But the thing that is catching your eye immediately is there is a super small button that has been pressed in and has a green light around it.
Is
will press
Ramon still busy with bandaging up the other trainer?
Yes, at this point, yes.
Well, I have 1 die in tech education, but even I know when something has been turned on. I push the
Yes.
button again.
It explodes.
She lets out a very audible sigh.
Cool.
Planning
So,
to contact your superiors, were you?
She just says nothing but glares at you.
right. So, in a couple seconds, in a few minutes, we're going to have a team of rangers down here to take you and your friends into custody and escort you back to Mallville. I say, reminding Julia that Rotom was dialing Ranger Stone when we started the fight.
Oh, no, I am well aware. 20 seconds has happened since then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, about a minute has happened since then,
So
so
Rotom
it
is
might
just
take a
now
minute.
communicating. Oh, has finished communicating.
Yeah. No, that was a reminder because I figure Rotom would have already finished doing that while the
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna have a team of rangers down here to take you and your friends back up to Mallville and get you in some nice, cozy, comfortable quarters. Before you get there, though, maybe you can enlighten me. What's the point of roaming the routes, assaulting trainers with a Kadabra? He says, gesturing towards the one that the other two are trying to take care of. And he's doing it in a way... he's trying to come off as polite, but I imagine he's probably still got little bits of aura like flame licking off of him that he doesn't realize because he's being very in control of himself right now. So I don't know if that counts as intimidation, but it is a possibility.
Well, go ahead and roll your intimidation, and then immediately follow that with everyone giving me a perception check.
10 on the intimidate. 9 on the perception.
Perception.
A
Oh.
9 and a 10 for Satomi and Tetsuko.
And Crowley.
Including
No.
the people with the trainer?
Yes, everyone.
Oh. Ramon did that. That's fair. He probably can't hear anything going on.
So all of you hear, none of you hear what causes the reaction, but all of you hear Ian go, "What the fuck?"
Turn and look.
Yeah.
And standing just in the tall grass is a woman who is holding a staff of some sort. I am going to go ahead and drop her picture into the Slack. Give me just a moment. That is to send, not to the Pokemon channel. Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So to our viewers at home, the woman, roughly 5'8", though height is variable due to the two horns sticking out of her head. She's dressed in a red and black trench coat with red and black accented shirt underneath, red skirt, knee-high black and red boots, holding a purple and pink, almost crystalline scepter. She has one monocle over her left eye, which has red glass in it, and her right eye is completely blind. Well, seems you all found. And she just sort of looks at the pile.
Tink Tink yells at her.
She just raises one eyebrow. She just taps that staff against the ground. And all of you hear a slightly higher pitched giggling from everywhere. And I need a acrobatics check from Tinka Tink.
Acrobatics, acrobatics.
The DC is low because she will have a second to realize what's happening.
If she fails, she's gonna re-roll.
Okay.
I see we've entered
Is that a success?
13.
That is a success.
Okay.
So
We have a
Just gonna
Hoopa hybrid
move.
over here.
complete. And as there is a almost purple and black void that opens underneath of the three, and Tinka Tink hops up, and as the void closes with the three bodies disappearing, Tinka Tink falls to the ground as it becomes solid again. All right, then.
Tink Tink goes to level her hammer at the lady, but Ramon tells her, chill, chill, chill.
And she sort of glowers down at Tinka Tink, and then her eyes slide up to the Team Magma grunt that is in between, that is still remaining. And where is your team leader? She just fucker abandoned us? Again?
Sounds like you've
So-
got some loyalty issues.
Yeah, you could definitely say that.
Almost makes you want to find a more rewarding career.
She moves forward a few paces. The horned individual.
And you would be
You're a ranger, right?
Kiseki so, Pokemon Ranger, yeah.
Okay, I'll concern myself with the actual trainers then. So,
I would rather you dealt with the ranger if we're voting.
I don't think we really have a choice on who she addresses.
I just felt like voicing that in case anybody cared. You never know until you try.
Somehow I doubt. Somehow I do not imagine this one will care. That is, unless you care to voice your opinion, miss.
you can call me Courtney.
What was
Very
that,
well.
Courtney?
Courtney, yes. And she again sort of leans to have conversation with the individual that's surrounded. Did you at least get what you came for? That would kind of be up to Russell, wouldn't it? I'd ask him wherever the fuck he went off to.
Last time I had a shitty boss, I quit and found a better one. Just saying.
He'll be handled with accordingly. So,
Yep.
you think you're funny?
No, you called my name.
I did vote for you to talk to the ranger instead. I'm the only one that voted. I think that means I have a majority.
She just kind of smirks a little bit. Okay, well then, if your mission is done, then I don't really see a use for you. You can have her, by
It's
all
time to
means.
quit.
I mean, her smile sort of goes a little wide, wider than it should, and she kind of bends at the waist to look at her a little further, and her eyes get a little wider. Do you still have loyalties to Magma? I need to roll something for the character.
Ramon starts signing towards Tinkatank.
What are you signing?
I'm telling her to be ready because I don't want this lady to launch an attack at this grunt. We're preparing for a Thor hammer.
Okay. The grunt just kind of lowers her hands. Like, I think I got way into over my head with this bullshit. I'm sorry, Courtney. No, I can't do this. She leans back up. All right, then. Fair enough, I suppose. Tis a shame. Your family's gonna really hate burying you.
Okay, attack.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna regret this, but Ramon's not just gonna let this lady murder her employee.
Oh yeah. No, I'm.
Oh yeah, very much
Mhm.
agreed.
Go on, roll. I think mine is lagging. There it is.
There it is.
So
Alrighty.
18. Not a crit, but
I mean, it can't miss.
yeah. So you
Okay,
didn't
so,
roll the
yeah,
damage.
Why didn't it
No,
roll
it didn't.
damage?
Yeah,
You might have clicked the middle button.
Yeah, there are 3 buttons there. One rolls the whole
Gotcha.
thing. One just rolls the attack, and one just rolls damage.
There's the damage.
Okay.
That's
Um,
damage on charge beam.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Also,
It's
I
okay.
24.
There. Also, charge beam's damage is weird. Let me fix that.
I think you put the whole thing in, not
Yeah.
just the formula.
Because I
You
didn't
put the flat damage
understand.
too.
There
You
we
put
go.
the flat damage as well.
Yeah,
I fixed it.
24 damage.
Okay.
Tank lowers her hammer and just it blasts at the lady.
So that shockwave hits her, and her cloak flutters, and her hair sort of does that thing where it starts to lift for a second and falls. And she kind of cracks her neck. You were planning on hitting me, right?
Tank screams at her.
Adorable. Well, I'll have to.
Attacks or no, we will not let you kill this defenseless person.
Fair enough, I'll let her live. For now, consider it a change of heart. Eliza, remember what I told you about your sisters? They're doing very well in school. It would be a shame. All right, so who are you idiots then?
I want to just make an intuition roll. I'm trying
Go
to
ahead.
gauge on a scale of like someone's first starter to a championship team, what danger level this person is, because I was getting a couple of different vibes.
Go ahead.
Rolled poorly, but a 13. I rolled 2 1s. Wow, on 46.
So talent is obviously recognized. And you do some thinking, like there's some common sense that sort of like follows this logic, which is she is in a captain's uniform. She's at least high ranking of some sort. You would say this is a person who's been doing this for a long time.
And she took a shockwave to the
So
face without blinking.
right, this is a major threat.
Yeah.
Did she get damaged at all, or was she just shrugged it off like it's literally nothing?
She shrugged it
Roll
off
me
like it
intuition.
didn't even touch her. It sounded
Yeah, I'm
like.
curious about that myself.
Yeah, all of you can roll
Annabella,
intuition.
that's the bit Annabella's going to pick up on, I think, if that's the
Oh,
case.
come on.
Right.
Nothing
Intuition.
above a 4 on that
19 on
46
this one.
intuition roll.
9?
If you had taken all of the dice in my intuition roll and flipped them over, you would have gotten those.
Okay. It is impossible for any of you to tell whether she is faking, like bluffing, or whether she didn't take any damage.
Yeah,
Well-
I'm just holding a hand low, but behind me, directed at Satomi. It's like a just flat stop hand. Just some good Samaritans wandering the routes, taking care of people that need it.
If Satomi were a
Interesting.
gremlin, there would be something she would
Interesting.
do right now.
Sorry, what was that, Andrew?
If Satomi were a gremlin, there is something she would absolutely do right now.
So is trusting his read that she's not.
It's a smart read.
Good
Anyway.
Samaritans. All right. I suppose that is a way to describe your ragtag band of citizens.
I mean, you could describe us as losers if you'd prefer. Doesn't make much difference to me.
And she kind of turns and her head's. It's almost like watching an owl. How fast it swiveled.
I mean, if you want to have
I like the way you talk.
Wait, I like or I don't like.
She said, I like the way you talk.
At least that's somebody.
Yeah, but
I mean, if you want to have a lengthy conversation, my pals from the Mallville Ranger Station will be here in like a minute. So, if you want to sit down, chat, have some tea.
I don't
Or
think she
we could
particularly
have a
wants to
great
talk to you.
conversation about how we treat our employees. I have a lot to say about that.
I don't think she particularly wants to talk to law enforcement or really treat her employees very well. If
I mean,
employees is
I'm
even
just
right term.
offering.
Yeah.
You never know unless you try.
The recurring theme.
I'm debating whether to do something stupid. And I'm fairly certain all three of my fellow players will say do it.
Mhm.
Player, yes. So is very much trying to keep anybody from doing anything stupid right now.
Yeah, pretty much the same with Annabella and me. It's like
Oh,
me,
yeah.
absolutely always. Annabella, nope.
Ramon is feeling sassy, so like, you do you.
no, you are correct. I have no particular inclination to talk to anybody in law enforcement. So, what I'm going to do is you can go ahead and have this one. Turn her onto the streets whenever she's done. She's lost her family. If there's one thing I learned before I killed Maxie, it's that people are disposable.
Maxie is a
Everyone is a
super known
means
name,
to an
right?
end. Yes, Maxie is one of the most known names in this region as one of the leaders of Team Magma, or as the leader of Team Magma during the Primal event.
Mhm. I'm
And
sorry,
Team Magma was the one responsible.
Yes,
Would I have seen the name in the briefing material I might have received?
yes, yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. All of you know that name.
I'm sorry, I don't believe I quite heard you correctly. You killed Maxie?
Yes, it was quite enjoyable, actually.
Well, that sounds like quite the story.
Not much to tell. He whined like a bitch until he died.
I mean, I can tell
Which-
stories about people whining like a bitch too.
In any regards, I don't believe it's time for me to make my full debut to the world, so good luck in whatever you're trying to accomplish. I have a feeling we'll be meeting again. And she just taps that staff on the ground, and a portal opens, and she just falls as it closes.
As she's falling through the portal, Ramon calls out, "Hey, drop by if you ever want to talk about workers' rights."
Once the portal closes, there's an audible exhale from So.
There is an
Eh.
extreme moment of like duality in this little section over here, where Ramon is the one yelling for workers' rights. Annabella is slowly backing up, terrified.
And
Um.
Satomi, with a look of mild disappointment on her face, lowers her phone as she had tried to snap a photo.
Mercedes marches over to where she disappeared and starts hammering at the ground.
Fair enough. So, yes, this is to you. Your rotom starts vibrating in your pocket.
Pull it out.
It is a number you recognize.
I'm
It
not gonna
is,
answer. I was pulling it up to answer it. He wasn't even looking at it.
Oh, okay. We're about 30 seconds out. Anything we need to know?
Yeah. Had 4, now have 1. Easier to explain in person.
You hear, you audibly hear their entire body stop. Okay, see you in a second.
Yep.
Hangs up, and about 15 seconds later, 4 individuals in Rangers outfits show up.
During that time, Satomi will help Eliza, I believe it was, to her feet and hand back the Pokeball she'd commandeered.
Ramon's top priority right now is alerting the Rangers to tell their people wherever is closest to go find Eliza's family now.
I mean, we don't know anything about Eliza yet. It's
Well,
problem.
Whether Eliza,
Well, she's right here.
well,
Yeah.
if Eliza says, but that's up to her.
Courtney's first target is going to be my sisters. They're both studying in Malville.
All right. Well, then, to the Rangers that come here, you guys need to escort this person back to Malville and find her family there.
No,
so-
just call the station. Just call the station and have them go to the school. She teleports.
Yeah. There, and I'm going to really quickly just like report style go over what just occurred, basically.
Okay, so you begin disseminating information. You see one of the other Rangers immediately snap open their Rotom phone and start making calls. The other 2 are one dives headfirst into the forest to make sure there's no backup coming.
Yeah.
Which is funny to see because you see them just disappear, and then like 30 seconds later, you see them jump in between the tree lines across the way to the other one to go to check the entire surrounding area. And
Annabella is going to make her way over. And is there any psychic residue from the portals?
yes,
Can she investigate that?
she sure can. Go ahead and roll your psychic.
I don't
Oogie
believe
stuff.
the roll for this just.
Oh no, you just are able to
I
see
believe
it.
I just
No.
do.
So it for being as bright an aura as you're seeing, it is very compact. It does not go outside of the parameters of where you saw the portal was. That is where it ends, and that is for both of those. It is still lingering for both portals.
Now she knows Courtney's, or at least maybe the staff's aura. Not aura. That's a different thing. Sonic signature.
And it is bright as shit. It is as kind of blinding.
Yeah, you definitely see her like wince back when after she gets close to it and stares at it for a few seconds. Just kind of rubs her eyes. That might have been a bad idea.
So the individual talking to you, you recognize as one of the other Ranger squad leaders. This is Thomas. His hair is like deep blue, very short cut, fairly athletic build, olive skin tone, blue eyes. So do you want to like explain why we've got missing grunts apparently?
Yeah, so this what's her name? Courtney person seems to have control of a high level psychic type, I'm assuming, Pokemon that can teleport vast distances without being visible.
I don't know if that was a Pokemon or her.
Yeah, that's
He
fair.
he just kind of blinks after like a few times after you finish your explanation. Did you just say Courtney?
Yeah, that's the new leader of Team Magma, who apparently killed Maxie.
Allegedly.
By her own admission. Gleefully.
Maxie's dead?
According to her.
Wait, wasn't he in... We have some phone calls to make. Maxie's should have been in a maximum security prison.
Yep.
She has the ability to teleport.
We need to alert all the ranger stations and probably some of the police stations too.
I will get on the phone with some Jennies and see if we can figure out what's going on.
Yep.
Got it.
What was that, Ramon?
We've got a couple kids that also might want escorting back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One.
Rory kind of comes out of the tree line just like shaking.
Yeah.
Crowley will just kind of nudge up against him for emotional support.
Emotional support, dead dog.
That's the bit. That's why she has a crew guard.
Yeah, so Courtney's kind of well known for being second in command to Maxie during the Primal event.
Not anymore.
Seems she has assumed leadership of Team Magma herself.
Then I think we're all in a massive amount of shit. And that is where we're going to take our break.
Yep. Those of you that are watching live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. And remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back. A dinosaur story.
A Pokemon story.
An Aerodactyl story.
A tyrant story.
A Tyranitar story.
Y'all.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
So that was
debriefing the
just
Rangers.
set. Yeah. And so she just, I have to ask, was she using the staff as like a conduit? Was she using the staff as like
A spellcasting focus of some kind. Seemed to be.
Maybe. I mean, she
Is-
tapped it.
would it-
Whether or not it was actually a focus or just instructions to something that could see her, but we couldn't see. Who knows?
Would a tech ed role do anything here, given most of
Actually-
Pokemon technology is highly magical?
this will be an occult roll.
Actually,
Okay.
question: could I do like a? Could I retroactively think about the auras that I was seeing? Because my aura reader is still on. Did I see any unaccounted for auras at the time?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, there wasn't anything else.
Hello, occulted. Sorry, go on.
I didn't see the auras of anything else that was here. So, yeah, either the staff did the thing, she did the thing, or silent range communication to something else.
But also, hi,
And-
yes, 15 occult education.
Yes. So if Annabella definitely would have, you would definitely have gotten a better understanding of what it was if you could get your hands on the actual object. But the way she wielded it, definitely that was a spellcasting focus of some sort.
Mhm.
Like that was
Sim-
it
Go on.
was almost like it was an amplifier or a conduit.
Yeah, whether that's her innate abilities or the staff, it's hard to
Mhm.
tell without having
Yep.
it, but educated tests.
So I'm going to transition us all back over to the region map.
Yeah. I will go ahead and let them know we're heading to Mount Pyre. We had actually been planning on heading to South Bay Dock, not past the Berry Farm, because that's where
Right, we were
Can
doing
do
it the
it.
other way around, yes.
yeah. We're on our way towards Mount Pyre, working for Professor Birch, etc. We should probably also get word to the champion, because the
Okay.
Pokemon League's probably going to want to know that Magma's running around doing this gestures and depopulating routes. It seems, like you may have seen, the entire route from Mauville down to here was just empty of people.
Yeah, I did notice that.
They were using Kadabra to teleport them, as well as the leader of the group that wasn't Courtney that we fought. We're not sure where they are, though. If I saw that Kadabra again, I could. If I saw evidence of that Kadabra's handiwork again, I could recognize.
Actually, you saw the teleport from earlier. Did it look more like the Echidabra or more like what Courtney did? I'm asking you.
That was a bit.
Above table.
Oh.
If you could compare the psychic signatures from the teleportation we saw earlier to either the Kadabra that you saw or what Courtney did, to see which one it matches up with.
No, the one from last session.
Yeah, the one from last session.
Yeah, that was a regular old teleport you all saw. And you could definitely, like, if it you could definitely tell the difference between those two signatures.
Okay, so confirming that it was the Kadabra that we saw evidence of
Yeah.
earlier.
Yes.
So yeah, we know there's been activity spotted on Mount Pyre, so possibly they're teleporting people there. I don't know if there's any. Is there? Do I know if there's a ranger station on Mount Pyre or nearby?
There's a small ranger station at the South Bay Dock.
Okay.
because they can like there's just it's basically just a lean-to that you can pile up in for a couple days if you need to.
Yeah.
But it's because they're able to get to Mauville relatively quickly, and they're able to get to these areas near Lily Cove as quick as possible.
I assume there's probably also a Lily Cove station.
There is.
I don't have anybody's number out there, but maybe we should put in a call to the folks at Lily Cove and have them go take a look before we get there.
I can do
I-
that, or range to.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say Annabella could maybe also do that because she does work with the Rangers occasionally. So
Yeah,
but yeah, there's Rangers here.
yeah,
So
yeah. You would definitely have the number for the Lily Cove office.
But,
This all sort of bothers me.
I
Did
need
you get any inclination what she's trying to accomplish here, or
gestures at the captive. maybe she can give you more information, but nothing that rang other than being generally threatening.
Satomi, when you handed that Pokeball back to Eliza, the thing that you would have noticed immediately is that it was not your traditional typical Pokeball. It was a the white titanium that's used for the regular Pokeball, but the top was made out of a thin layer of red crystal.
Transparent or
Transparent. You can actually if you look certain ways in the light, you can see the Litwick that she has in the Pokeball, which is kind of weird.
yeah. So Tommy absolutely would have taken a photo of that before handing the ball back.
That can be done easy enough.
Along with actually she will also hold up the earbud that she had taken, and I can only assume this is some manner of communications device.
Ramon, seeing this for the first time, is gonna hold out a hand to see if she'll let him take a closer look at it.
She will quite happily hand it over.
Can I make a roll?
Yep. Go ahead and make your tech education roll. Ooh, okay. So you've seen a model of it's not an earbud. This is an updated model of an older version of a hearing aid. But they've repurposed part of it to transmit that signal.
Why? I don't know why they would make their hearing aids walkie-talkies. That sounds super painful.
easy to hide beacon.
It's not a it's so that we can get orders from Courtney or anybody else that she deems high enough ranking. And then on top of that, it's a distress signal.
This can't have been comfortable to wear.
No, it hurts.
This sucks ass.
Yeah.
All right.
But I was in a position where I couldn't really say no, and then she threatened my family. And now she's further threatening my family.
Does this look like something I could hack into to use as a scanner for their communications?
Potentially, with a little bit of time, you could probably retrofit it and get their signal and
Because
tap into it.
I've got my own.
Right. Yeah, you built your own, so you know what the mechanics is, and you recognize this model. It's something that you passed up. So you definitely could, with a little bit of time, break it down.
I'm gonna ask the ranger if he is particularly keen on taking it, or if I could see what I can do with it.
Actually, just hold on to that for a second. And he whips out a pair of handcuffs, and Eliza just sort of rolls her eyes and holds out her hands.
I would like to suggest that she could use some protection, please.
As well as her family.
They
Yeah,
are all on the
we
hit list right now.
yeah we
And
said
you,
gestures towards the other guy that was on the phone calling back to the Mauville station.
we've got he's taking care of the phone call to make sure that the girls are. How old are your sisters? 13 and 18. One's studying at college, just got in. The other is in high school.
I am genuinely sorry that we have put you and your family in this position.
I put my family in this position.
Yeah,
Courtney put your family in this position.
I was saying we
With that in my
really
mouth.
shouldn't be we really shouldn't be passing blame to anybody in the immediate vicinity when the person that did this teleported away.
Yeah, you were just being bullied by your boss. I don't think you get to blame yourself for getting bullied. I will testify.
And gestures to the unconscious girl. We were helping people. No need for us to apologize either. Looking at Satomi.
And
Who will think on it for a second and simply shrug.
Thomas goes into a version, the Hoenn version of Miranda rights. Well, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. You're not going to get an attorney. We can't afford to give you one. Just like pushing her further up the route.
Looking over it.
Ramon just makes a phone call gesture at her.
And
God damn it.
Get a phone call.
Looking over at Ramon.
Ramon has suggested that he would testify on her behalf. That she was there under duress the whole time. And he's just reminding her, you're being arrested, contact help.
Looking over at Ramon and signing while talking in his pigeon sign. Going into custody with the Rangers means that she's going to be under guard 24/7, so that it'll be a lot harder to kill her. And also that she'll be taken care of as far as accommodations and food and such. So,
Assuming that Courtney can't just teleport in when they're asleep.
I mean, yeah, but gestures
that
at
point,
himself.
it's-
Gestures at himself. I'm a trainee. Gestures at the broken ground where he punched the ground real hard. There are people that can do a lot crazier shit than I can.
We might. I'm gonna have to call up to Mount Chimney. Yeah, see if there's an individual up in Mount Chimney, and you've run into this individual a few times. There's a higher level psychic who works with the Rangers out of the office of Mount Chimney that is very good at shielding.
Yeah, definitely might want to get some help there, just protectively.
All right. Well, are you guys going further on this thing? Or are you gonna head back to the ranger station? What are you doing?
We're heading down to Mount Pyre next, so 'cause we
And
technically
then
still have a task.
And then probably check in with Lily Cove to update the Rangers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on the phone with. I gotta make some phone call. You know what? This is gonna go up above me. That's what this is. That's what's gonna happen. This is gonna go above me, and then they can deal with this. All right, get her back to the ranger station and lock her in a room. Get Sayaka on the phone. See if we can get her down here relatively quickly. Yeah. Okay. Well, the 5 of you be careful. All right. Just you got my number if anything goes wrong.
Yep. Yeah. Oh,
Is there anything?
I think Ryoko went up to Mount Chimney. So if you need to get somebody that's close to hand, give her a call.
That's fair.
Sorry, give them a call.
I can do that. Got a bit of a walk back, so.
And
Okay, well, RCS speed, little soldiers.
Thank
whatever
you for your
the equivalent of
assistance.
a ranger salute is.
And the 5 of them and Eliza walk off further into the tree line and eventually out of sight.
I hate to bring it up so late, but shit just got serious, and I'm pretty sure that I'm here due to a mistranslation. Professor Birch was talking about how everybody was carefully chosen for their abilities or whatever, and he definitely mistranslated something from Paldea.
Didn't you?
And I thought it would be cool.
Didn't
And
you
I don't know what.
Ramon, didn't you fiddle with Ticatink's hammer to the point where it exploded lightning in a person's face a second ago?
Yeah, I mean, she's a cool Tinkatank.
Yeah, I mean, you also help,
Yeah, I help her. I'm her trainer.
and also none of us have the technological knowledge that you have, which is probably the big reason why you're here.
I mean, I tinker with Pokeballs as a hobby, and I'd be happy to come along because I don't want y'all to be down a person. But if there was someone that Professor Birch meant to send with you and sent me instead, then I'd feel real shitty.
I'm sure Professor Birch chose you for a reason, even if it is just technological knowledge. You might be just Pokeballs, but it seems you also had experience with that communication device. It's not nothing. I just wouldn't want to keep that a secret, is all.
A secret on what grounds? Satomi is legitimately confused by this.
Well,
And
if
it
I'm only
shows.
here because he mistranslated something, I wouldn't want y'all to think that I'm here because I'm some amazing trainer or something.
If there had been a mistranslation, doubtless he would have corrected it upon your arrival.
If he knew he mistranslated something.
Yeah, but
Yes, but if a person who wasn't
saw
who we
you.
expected to show up.
I don't know. I just felt like saying something. Don't say I didn't say anything. Yeah.
In any event, I think it's rather fitting that you join us, given that you and your partner, whose species I am still less familiar with than I would like, you both handled yourselves rather well in an initial the skirmish we took part in previously. And now that you know what you know, could you really walk away?
50-50. On the one hand, this shit is awesome. On the other hand, this shit is wild.
Yeah, but if you go, who's going to sell the rest of the team Magma grunts on workers' rights and seizing the means of production?
Also, I think it would be a little difficult to convince Tinkatank to let me go. There's a reason she's not allowed out of her Pokeball in cities.
Yeah, she's giving you the death eyes. She's giving you dagger eyes right now.
Yeah, Ramon, your eyes sort of like you've been talking. You roll over to look at Mercedes, and she's just sort of doing that thing where you bap the bat in your hand, but with her hammer.
I sign at her. Don't worry, we're going. You can go beat up some more dudes.
She doesn't know many signs, but the ones that she has memorized are her favorites, so she just signs back break and legs. And nothing else.
If you want to.
I will.
You're not sure whether that's your legs, someone else's, but break
It doesn't
legs
matter.
is what she got across.
I am going to just a moment, like to lean over towards Mercedes and using Aura Pulse, which I think Jack and I established I've definitely done at least once before with Mercedes. So, you just communicate. Good job out there, basically, for that whole encounter to Mercedes.
She kind of stops because she is still not used to that when you do that, but she immediately like locks onto you and just smiles big. And you get a very the easiest way for me to describe this voice is submissive. Just sort of thank you.
Oh, maybe.
Back.
Yeah, Annabella will reach down and kind of scritches Crowley in as much as you can scritch a ghost.
Make a scritching
They
motion
can be
in the air
tangible.
where the ghost is.
They can't. Graveyard can be tangible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
as soon as your finger is like make that motion to scritch, that you feel the neck sort of become tangible.
Yeah,
He just
the
sort
fur
of
just
like moves his head to one side to follow the scratch.
yeah.
all right. Well,
Thank you, Crowley. You did amazing.
Did the Rangers take the other kid we were escorting, or are we still escorting him?
Oh, I think he ran out of the trees cowering.
Well, yeah, that was after the fight finished, but
no, Rory got escorted. One of the other Rangers is taking him home.
Gotcha.
And the girl was taken on a one of those very nice like emergency gurneys.
Yeah.
Just like strapped her and just drug her. She
drug
weirdly enough,
as in having been dragged, not drug as in injecting drugs.
Yes.
Although she could probably use some drugs. Medical ones.
She's definitely getting some medical drugs. She'll feel great later, but
and then terrible, and then great.
Yeah. Depends on how long she takes those pills.
Intermittently terrible and great.
Yeah.
Story of my life.
Don't you dare describe my Tuesdays. So, the group.
Just Tuesday?
What? I like to describe my life as an ongoing crisis.
An ongoing Tuesday. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
What me?
All right. So, what is the team doing next? Are you camping here for the night? Are you pushing a little more forward? What is
odd question to be asking.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be safer, given what we've just experienced, to camp on Route 123 or dip into the Forbidden Forest and camp there? I, the player, do not remember anything about the Forbidden Forest from Hoenn, so I don't.
This is an anime location, I believe.
Okay.
I am also wondering what time it is and if we have time. I'm assuming we don't have time to get to where we're going before dark.
Yeah, Berry Farms.
No. You won't be able to get to the berry farms. Time wise, it's about 6 o'clock at this point. So you still have like 2-3 hours till sunset.
Time enough to
As
make a
for
small amount of progress, but the question remains of whether this particular route might still be under watch.
For anybody who wants to give me a general education check, this is just whatever you know about the Forbidden Forest.
Oh, I'm a complete stranger here, so I'm not gonna bother rolling.
Could I roll survival instead of gen ed, being a ranger?
Yes.
17.
Okay, so all of you know about the gate at the like both sides of the entrances to the Forbidden Forest. The one thing that you know is that every Pokemon in the Forbidden Forest is hostile. There is no docile Pokemon in there. Every one of the Pokemon in there are Pokemon who have become hostile to humans and do not like them interacting with their forest.
Ramon is against it.
So you know that the boss of the forest is an old Venusaur who does not take shit from anyone and passes judgment very quickly.
Ramon's thinking is that she's already been here. She could have fucked us up when she was here. She didn't. That probably means she's not interested in going out of her way to fuck us up. So we should just camp right here. Whatever she was gonna do, she could have already done.
Yeah, no, don't want to get teleported away in my sleep. Rather not be in the spot where she last teleported from.
Well, then let's walk another hour and then take camp.
Yeah. Head
Okay.
closer. Head closer to the mountain at least. Yeah.
Why waste
Okay.
sunlight?
Indeed.
Because I
So
don't want to
you-
walk all day.
That's a mood.
Really, walking all day is the national pastime.
No, I walk 2/3 of the day and then camp.
I have an idea. Perhaps one more hour, and then if I could prevail upon our ranger friend here to find us some local herbs, I can prepare a solid breakfast the following morning.
Sure. I'm trying to. So silently begins thinking, what the fuck kind of herbs am I going to find on Route 123?
Let's
Herbs,
see.
mushrooms, berries.
There's a few berries. You know of a patch of wild onion that grow out this way.
Yeah,
Like there's a few things. It just depends on where this next hour gets you
yeah.
on what will be available.
So yeah, I had continued
It's a
on
struggle to
123
get
for an hour.
Ramon to hurry.
I will politely ask Mercedes to hurry Ramon along.
She baps at his shins, at his calves,
Hold
gently
on just a
pokes him
second.
as he walks.
Just love the idea of Ramon just standing there, arms folded, and Mercedes just pushing.
Just
Just
the,
trying to
the,
break legs at him again.
So
just the dirt skid marks as his heels dig in.
I have to ask, where is how is Ramon sitting? Is Ramon standing? Is Ramon leaned against? What is Ramon currently doing?
Currently he's standing because he just came over. We're post discussion with the Rangers.
Okay. So you feel a fairly significant amount of pressure hit both of your knees as you fall straight back on your ass.
He really is Picoco.
And she walks around to your front and in one very tiny hand tries to take both shoes so that she can drag you and the hammer.
Ramon is just going to let her try because she's not big enough yet.
No.
Yet. Operative word.
And if she gets the idea that she can't do that before she evolves, then maybe she won't later.
I love the idea of once it finally goes to Tinkaton, if you're taking too much time, Tinkaton just throws you over her shoulder and starts walking.
Fireman carry.
Yeah.
It's someone's kink.
You know what? If you're into that, sure.
Okay, so eventually you guys start making your way towards a little further down the route.
Yeah.
You guys can get in one more perception for potential items, potential Pokemon, or dowsing or pickup rolls,
Oh,
whatever.
Yep.
sorry.
Cool.
That was not meant to be. I shouldn't be rolling Murasame. I should be rolling me. It's the same number though. It's the same number of dice though. So 4. I ain't seen shit.
You just made me think of Spaceballs with the "we ain't found shit."
That was the reference I was making. Yes.
I still haven't seen that movie.
It's so good.
Very good.
Spaceballs, remember, you know, for kids.
I hate yogurt,
Merchandising,
especially with
It's
strawberries.
so good.
It really is. Anything written by Mel Brooks is just fantastic.
It's fun. It's fun fucking tastic. The Fables of Flamethrower comes from a very fun story, which was the Mel Brooks was allowed to make Spaceballs on the one condition that he was never allowed to make any merch of it.
Yeah. So all the merchandising.
That's
is
where
in
the merch,
movie.
which is where the merch scene comes from.
I love that. Alrighty.
Spaceballs the
fine.
flamethrower.
You know, for kids.
For kids.
The kids love it.
Yep. Okay. So would you count this as a particularly, was it rocky or sandy route? I don't believe so because it's very
It's
foresty.
grassland forest, I
No.
believe.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh no, merely 66.
Right.
What?
Only 66.
I have 4 in occult education. I have
A dowsing rod?
yeah,
Well, a
and I
dowsing
have
tool.
yeah, and I have the book Dowsing for Dummies,
Ah, is he?
which adds another D6.
You're telling me reading is beneficial in this system?
Yeah.
It's more
Books are-
likely than you think.
I this is the first time I'd even looked at the book section of the list of the book.
It's
You
in
can't
one
There's a
of
couple
convince-
books
the
that are actually super useful.
You
It's
can't
in one of
convince me.
the updates.
Yeah, it's one of the playtest updates, but yeah.
Yeah.
You can't convince me in the Pokemon world that reading is beneficial when you have people who can just blow shit up with their mind.
I can do both.
If you read in a book, you'll learn how.
I can blow shit up with my fists.
Take a look. It's in a book.
God damn it. So are you looking specifically for shards with that roll?
This would be shards, yes, because that's the
Okay.
thing those do. And it is hold on. Oh, and I have skill set dowsing, which dowsing rods give me another D6 if I do that, so it is 66. That's how I
Okay.
know that. 2 of them got 4 or higher, so I rolled 2d6
That's
for 2 shards.
Mhm.
A blue and a red.
Wow.
I'm aiming for violets, but
1166.
Yeah. 316.
Austin 36.
as for everybody else,
Thank you.
nothing really pops out at you on the route. The main thing is that, like, it seems like whatever confrontation you guys had, especially in the beginning of your first hour or in your hour of walking, has scared the shit out of anything in the area.
Yep.
Yep, that makes sense.
So it is unusually quiet for the first like 20 minutes of your walk. And then, of course, the sounds of wild Pokemon and the normal animals that everybody tends to forget exist in the Pokemon universe also make noise. Because there's a difference between a sparrow
worm
and a
and the
sparrow.
fish. Yeah, the one worm you see in episode 3 and the fish you see in episode 7.
Right.
And that one dog from the Christmas book.
Annabella.
There's a
as we're-
Christmas book from like years ago that has one random Dalmatian on it.
As we're heading along, I will to Annabella. If you're interested, I think there have been some sightings of Shuppets or Duskulls in the area.
I mean, I'd be curious to have a look if they're nearby.
They typically come out at night, but
Well, yes, that's not easier for the shepherds to do what they usually like to do. Tormenting people.
yeah. Also, yes, to everyone else, there are Shuppets and Duskulls in the area, so don't leave the camp at night.
Or at least let me know where they are so I can go say hi. I should explain. I focus on ghost types.
I gather
Well, you do
from
have a ghost dog.
gestures at
Uh,
Weird.
Not much of a surprise.
Ian just sort of shrugs, as like, I thought it was an aesthetic choice.
But if both.
By the way,
Also-
all of you, I'm gonna need a day to process all of the shit that just like happened back there. That was a lot.
Yeah, I mean
Should-
that was a bit more than normal.
Should you
It's
so
not-
desire, I can provide a full explanation of my capabilities.
Same. Though you've seen most of them.
Why would you need to explain your capabilities?
I cannot imagine Hoenn being a place familiar with warrior culture.
He just completely vacant look, no idea why you're saying that on his face.
It's not common for people,
So the-
with powers
the-
that
The look
So
on your
I
face
have-
is your answer.
Huh?
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
please
Like I
explain
said.
if you
Well, I suppose an explanation couldn't hurt at this juncture. In Singen, certain people are born with the innate capability to speak with Pokemon of certain elemental types, understand their body language to a degree, and eventually they come to wield certain affinities for themselves. They are in the style of the Ransei region, from whom our first warriors and warlords came. We have adopted the terms warrior and warlord for those with these abilities. As I hope was abundantly clear, my particular affinity is for the flying type. You may have noticed on the road earlier when we needed to cross the river, I didn't get wet at all. I walked about 3 inches above the water surface.
That is a pretty cool trick.
Yeah, no, I guess what I'm confused about is that's so back home, like my whole family can do what I do. He says, just sort of gesturing to his hand
It's-
as some aura becomes visible around his hand.
Intriguing. This is a. I have. We do not have that back home.
My
Our affinities for. I can only assume that to be some manner of martial affinity,
yeah, my
judging by your
family.
swordsmanship.
Thank you. My family bonded with Lucario with a herd of Lucario a long time ago. And,
Did they teach you to punch so hard you glow?
yeah, we sort of learned from the Lucarios.
I see.
They're very good teachers.
Yep.
Satomi
Okay.
thinks for Satomi thinks for a moment, and it it looks like she's kind of like flip-flopping on an idea, and eventually she just says, "It. I'm From what I know of Lucario, they tend not to congregate in the wilds near Iria. Uh, that seems a rather useful skill to have."
Yep. Yeah, no, they're relatively singular and solo. The only places they congregate in mass is Actually, now that I think about it, the only place I know of is on my family's ancestral grounds.
I
They're
see.
originally from Sinnoh, as I understand.
Yes. It says patting the hip cloth that has the marking of the symbol of the Diamond Clan on it. Not that that necessarily means anything to anybody.
Oh, yeah, no.
Nope.
Yep. And he doesn't explain it because he
Uh,
all my pathetic skills are education skills. So
yeah. As for myself, I'm not exactly sure where my powers came from, though I could take an educated guess at it being the spiritual energy from my condensing around me from my time researching on vampire. I spent a fair bit of time there due to, well, being a high concentration of ghost Pokemon.
And some of it's,
Rubbed off on
Tea.
me.
yes, that is the term I had thought about using.
Does that happen often when you interact with when a person interacts with ghost Pokemon?
It's not, it can happen. There's a group of people that generally congregate on vampire with a lot of psychic ability. It
I'm just
can happen if you're
wondering.
around supernatural
I'm just
a
wondering
lot.
if it's dangerous to interact with ghost Pokemon, and maybe I should not.
I mean,
I mean, it's
Murasame and
dangerous
I
to
are
interact with most Pokemon.
Murasame and I are fine.
I,
I hear much
Though-
talk of the Shade Singers of Montfroza.
Though, it is interesting. I mean, say it's interesting that you have such a close bond with Honedge. It is known to be able to take life force.
Yeah.
And not exactly be discriminate about it.
I mean, it's how he eats.
There's a moment where you can see her like make the mental note. Like, that's a later question.
Yeah, no, that's why he wraps holds up his arm, holds up his left arm. Yeah, no, that's why when we're fighting, he wraps the cloth around my arm.
I just assumed you were bonded enough to where he chose not to. Okay.
I mean, he can, but
curious.
if he needs it, I eat enough.
Fair enough. But no, ghost Pokemon can be malevolent, can be tricksy. It's a matter of finding what they want and working with them. For example, Gerard here, Carly. You're from Pandalia, right? You would know about these?
Yeah.
They're spirits of passed on pets that are longing for partnership.
Yeah, they're generally pretty benign.
Though there are other spirits like shop hats who are the tormented souls of discarded toys, or at least how the stories go. Not
There
all
is
of them
a
are quite
small
as nice.
shudder from Satomi.
Yeah,
I
It's
just
not
don't
always
want to
quite
get
as
eaten by a Pokemon. That doesn't sound like a good time.
don't worry about it. Back in Sinnoh, we practice punching haunters. You're fine.
How do you punch a haunter?
If one shows up, I'll show you.
Very carefully, I imagine.
Okay.
I have Scrappy, which means I can punch ghosts.
But no, I'm generally pretty good with talking with ghost types, so if there is a ghost type nearby, I can probably appease the spirit. But
Yeah.
we should be fine.
You'll be the
Lucario's
first person I call.
teach us how to talk to fighting, not how to talk to Pokemon in general, but very specifically fighting types. So, my clan, the Kiseki clan, we're vanguards of the Diamond Clan, and typically you're like it's sort of like a rite of passage to have and train your own Lucario. So
Yeah, I know how to
Interesting.
put together a
That's,
Pokeball.
Among many
I
other
don't.
things, I can. That's still a skill. I can't do that. I can make other things, but I can't make Pokeballs.
Ian just sort of like I can't even do that.
Well, then
I mean,
I guess we'll be the normal bros.
If it works for you, it works for me.
Fist bump.
Fist bump.
all skills are useful, even if it's not
Gutsy holds up a very tiny hand to
That's the ultimate fist bump.
and
all
Ian
skills are
sort of
useful, even
like
if it's not just if
bends
it's not
down and fist
supernatural.
bumps Mercedes. I'm sorry, I
Mercedes
talked over you, Yari. What was
Altogether
that?
too hard.
All skills are useful, even if it's not supernatural. You're still very. You said you were a daycare worker, right?
Let me open his sheet.
We can
just
save
so
that
I'm-
conversation for when Rudy is
Yep.
here.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the conversation happens off camera. You can,
yeah. I'm gonna while we're walking and talking, I'm gonna take a look around for a good camping spot with survival, presumably.
Yep.
17.
17. So you go a little bit longer than the hour, about hour 15, not too much. But you do find sort of a recessed area that you can make a camp in the middle of a few trees.
I do want to look and see while we're here, as is his habit. I want to see if I spot any secret bases.
Go ahead and give me, you can either roll your survival again or you can give me a perception check.
Can I roll for that too?
11.
I've decided that was his hobby in college.
Unless you want to give me a hand with that.
I can't give you a hand with either of those skills.
Okay.
You have to be a novice to do. Let me help you with that.
All right. So
I will say, as like, this is a good camping spot, though. If you're unfamiliar, secret bases are spots where people have. It's sort of a game of hide. It's sort of like a really elaborate game of hide and seek here in Hoenn. He's largely explaining this to Satomi. People, you can get this device called a secret base chest. It builds effectively a home, in places where you wouldn't really expect it. So whenever I camp, I like to take a look around and see if I can spot an entrance, because if you get, typically speaking, if you find it, you can go in, and they're really good places to camp. Very secluded.
Ramon normally would be all over this conversation, but about 20 minutes from finding a camping spot, he started complaining about walking too much. And then at more than 10 minutes from finding a camping spot, he gave up and turned off his hearing aids and just started trudging along. So he has no idea what's happening.
Poor guy. So as you are looking around, and getting set up with the camp, there's a hill not too far into the little forested area you're at, and immediately you're like, that. So you go over and investigate, and on the far side of this hill, a door just slides open after you get so far around.
Oh, found one, he says, waving a hand.
Ramon will notice the hand waving and come around.
It appears that So has found a secret base.
Ramon is very excited.
It'll be a lot safer camping in here, and they might have some entertaining stuff inside.
Are you certain they won't mind us borrowing their facilities?
That's the whole point of it. There's a really neat, if you have your own, there's a really neat capture the flag game built into every secret base chest. It's sort of an implicit thing.
The whole point of secret bases is to go in them.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing, and he'll gesture, and head inside.
There's an element of decorating it and showing it off to other people who find it.
Ramon just climbs inside.
So as you all descend into the secret base, the first thing you notice is pink, like everywhere. The walls are like a pastel baby pink, and the floor is covered in a pink shag carpet. There is a beanbag in one corner that is just like a giant Jigglypuff. Um, there are a few lamps, a small collection of children's toys in the corner. Um, that upon looking, you'd guess anywhere a child younger than 5. Like toddler toys. Um, and there is 2 beds in here, one adult size, one toddler size.
Are there guest books in secret bases?
So directly across from the entrance on the other wall is a very brightly framed with LEDs around the frame of a QR code printout. And if anybody
Oh, yeah.
scans that open,
Road.
it's
Yep.
the guest list.
I'm going to leave a message about how great it's decorated because
Alrighty.
some kid put their all into this and they deserve a compliment.
Yeah. Anybody who's looking any like further into it can go ahead and give me a perception check. But if you're just sort of chilling and relaxing, don't worry about it.
I don't
Is
have a
there
secret
a-
base right now, but I will look for that flag.
Is there a kitchen set up in here?
There is there is a singular like burner.
All right.
That like one of the ones you can recognize where you have to put in your own butane to use, and about 3 pots and 2 skillets that you can use, a small number of utensils, 1 knife, but like as you're looking around for it, you only see it after you like look up on top of a cabinet
Yep, that makes sense.
where
Out
it's
of
just
reach of the
kind of
toddler.
sticking. Yep. Which I mean, for you, it's just like up there,
Yeah.
and you can grab it.
And so we'll
But put it back when you're done.
So we'll use what you're free to use whatever you find inside a secret base. Just make sure you clean it up and put it back when you're done.
So Tony will assess the small kitchen space and instead pull the pack from off her back and unpack her own cooking supplies.
All right.
11 on that perception.
So and Ramon, so you find the object first. Ramon, you sort of had spotted it, but so had got to it first. It is a small picture book, like scrapbook. And as you begin flipping through it, it is girl, you'd probably just guess anywhere between 10 to 14. Definitely preteen, and a toddler that she has on her hip. And those 2 seem to be the main focus of this scrapbook. However, it gets to about halfway, and as you flip the pages open across both of them, it says, "Now it's your turn." And as you begin flipping, there are pictures of people who have stayed, like have done group selfies in the secret base.
As soon as Ramon sees this, arm over So's shoulder and selfie.
Yeah.
All right. There is there's like a link that you can type in and send that to.
Yeah.
And the basic blurb at the bottom of this is submit your selfie and we'll add it to the book the next time we're here.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
Annabella will absolutely do one with Crowley.
Yeah, making sure to get Crash and Murasame and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's add Ducat in as well.
Crash,
Mercedes
Murasame.
has made herself all the way at home because this place is pink. That's her color. That means it's her place.
Definitely
Obviously.
sending a picture of Mercedes in the toddler bed because Mercedes is small enough.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
She has taken the toddler bed. It's her size. That meant it was there for her. Why else would it be there?
Mm-hmm.
Crash keeps looking at the big beanbag in the corner, but then it will like like take a step and then his tail will move and he'll just sort of look at his tail and then just like down at the ground.
Oh
I
no,
will-
sweet baby.
I will come from behind, pick Crash up in like a bear hug, go over, sit down on the beanbag so that I am between him and the beanbag, and his tail is up in the air so it's not gonna light anything on fire.
He just smiles down at you,
Hmm.
snuggles in, and gets comfy.
All right, so this is where I'm at for the rest of the night. Sorry.
There. Picture, send link.
Yeah. While trying to frame the photo, there's just Duquette, her rowlet, just sat on her head as she's trying to frame the picture with wrapped
what's
her
the
arms
relics
around
name?
Duquette.
Duquette.
I'm naming them all after occultists.
Yeah.
In a stark contrast to the rest of the team, Satomi sets aside her little portable burner with a pot on it, slaps a lid on it to just let that steam. And then she looks at the one Pokeball she has that isn't labeled, and she will let out the Torchic to stand before her. Just to and once it's out of the ball, she will start just sizing him up. Maybe offer a small bite of something. Just
He
to
will
see how he
gladly take
responds.
that.
I think
He is happy as a clam.
little
Very
Tree the
good.
Bulbasaur is probably interested in the cooking.
Yeah,
Oh.
all of your Pokemon are interested in everything in this room.
Oh yeah.
Except for Tinkatink, who has taken the toddler
Who
bed
has
as
claimed
her
the
own
bed
has
and
not
will not let
moved.
anybody else have a chance at it. It is hers.
And she looks over and sees
Ramon is going to
looks
step
over and
out.
sees Happenny on the adult bed though.
Also being weirdly guarding on it.
You said Ramon was taking a step out of the secret base?
Yeah, he's gonna call his parents.
Okay. So you your phone rings 2 times and it picks up. Your mom is the one who answers. Ramon, sweetie. Hello, how are you?
So remember how I told you we were meeting with Professor Birch?
Yes, how did that go?
It seems like he thinks he found something that makes him think I'm special. And now I have a new Bulbasaur, and I had a confrontation with Team Magma, and this bitch with horns decided to get all edgy at us. It's
Miho,
been
are you okay?
eventful.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, Tinkatink's having a great time.
Good. Mercedes really needs to stretch her legs. So, Team Magma, who is I'm. Wait, are they the
They're the
were they
red
the
ones.
eco terrorists?
Yeah,
Oh, the eco terrorists from a few years ago. Yes. Wait, they're back?
apparently.
All right. Are you sure it's a good idea for you to stay in the Hoenn region
No.
with?
But I'm not sure it's a good idea for me to back out and let them do whatever they're gonna do. So, you know.
Sweetie, if I believed anyone could give someone a run for their money, if like a team like that a run for their money, it would be you. Miho, I think you're in the right spot.
I hope so.
I know so.
Yeah, he's inside.
What makes you think you're not in the right spot?
You should see the other people here. They're ridiculous. Like one lady can fly, and the other person just destroyed the route.
All right.
And that's the people, not even their Pokemon.
And you're sure they're not dangerous?
Oh no, they're wackos. And one of them's a foreigner. She's got like this whole diplomatic thing going on, so I don't think she can afford to be dangerous. Politics.
One of them's a foreigner. You're also a foreigner.
Yes,
Guys,
but I live in Hoenn now. She's still a foreigner.
interesting. So I guess I have. So are you concerned you're not? What's your concern here, Miho?
Don't
Because I
know.
can hear it in your voice.
I'm pretty sure Professor Birch mistranslated something. He was talking about how he researched everybody beforehand to make sure he was picking the right people, and like but I took his Bulbasaur, so I guess I got to do my best. He's a real cutie.
Gonna roll something real quick for your mother.
Does Ramon mean the Bulbasaur or Professor Birch?
How far can she throw the chancla?
Okay, Miho. Do you remember when you started school and you thought everybody was so much better at all of these things than you were? Until
Yeah.
you found the thing that you excelled at, the thing that you dug your heels in and really let be your focus. If you're about to tell me the same thing you told me when you were 6, 7, that you were not special, I will find wherever you are in the route and show up to hit you.
Just a shoe
Tap
comes
the phone.
boomeranging over the horizon.
I tap the phone and say, "Hey, Rotom, I've been signing this whole time, but now I'm talking. Hey, Rotom, you're not sending location data, are you?"
You just get a text alert of no.
Okay, good. I'd love to see you, Mom.
Maybe we can see if that can be arranged.
I should probably go check on Tinka Tink and make sure she hasn't beaten everybody up. She's got a real aggressive streak.
That's probably a good idea.
I'll call you again soon.
Okay. I love you, Miho.
Love you.
On the inside, so as you are lounging on the beanbag with Crash, you feel your Rotom vibrate.
Yep.
It's just a text message.
Oh.
I love.
Answers it anyway.
He does. He does. No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
exactly what he does. He goes, "Yep." Nothing
Oh,
happens.
wait.
Oh. Right.
I love that so much.
It is you recognize the number immediately as the head of your operation.
Mhm.
Stating that all rangers are to be on alert, and that hostility is permitted to the point of, if necessary, death.
Regarding Team Magma.
Yes, regarding Team Magma, as well as information that you and your group were not privy to, that 4 other locations across Hoenn have reported in similar sightings of red-clad figures. 2 of those were were dealt with by by ranger cells. And that would be, you are mentioned by name.
Mhm.
And you know that this is one that goes out to every single ranger. So you
Yeah, yeah.
And the other one, you see your mentor listed as taking down another team.
That means there's a team in Mount Chimney, like Professor Birch thought.
Mm-hmm.
Good going.
Which makes sense. It's a volcano.
He sort of mutters to himself, "Good going, boss." As he's reading through this.
And at the bottom, there's a list of apprehended individuals. You don't recognize any of the names until you get to Eliza, and then beside it is the word deceased. And that is where we're going to end the session tonight.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.